deliverer, of bringer of bad things and good things. It's a sort of, and the noise of the inclinator when they're in the house, they can hear this sort of grinding noise, and they know something is coming up the hill. The dog on the inclinator it's a bad combination. So I found a lot of sort of quite comic potential in this rickety bit of old machinery.
And let's switch now to the pavlova. Now, this is a sort of meringue and fruit pudding. And Jude, who is a brilliant cook, among other things, has been promising to make one or bring one, and it features prominently in the novel. Now, I'm told that pavlovas may not actually be an Australian speciality, that New Zealanders claim it's theirs.
Look, it's a battle that continues to this day of who invented the pavlova. But it's a very sort of iconic Antipodean, shall we say, dessert, and particularly in the summer. And this weekend takes place over Christmas. So often people, instead of, a traditional Christmas pudding, because it's so hot in Australia, we often have these cold desserts, and pavlova is quite a thing. Adele is the one who's obsessed with the pavlova, and it's sort of part of her quite childlike impulses in a way. And it's a tradition for them. And she's very...
This is Adele the actress.
Adele the actress is quite sort of romantic about their friendship, and in a way needs it more than the others do. So, the pavlova is I guess, one of these igniters of trouble in the book.
Of which there are several. Charlotte Wood, thank you. We have somebody on the phone now from Cornwall in the southwest of England. Simon Lavery, hello.
Hi.
Simon, your question for Charlotte.
Yes, hello. Of the three central characters, Jude, Adele and Wendy, is there one who you'd consider your favourite, or who you particularly enjoyed creating and writing about?
Thank you for that question. I have to say that when I first published the book in Australia, people kept saying to me, are any of your friends still talking to you now? Because they assumed that they were sort of based on people. All those women are in me, they are sort of aspects of myself. I very much do like Jude, who is the least likable of all the characters. She's a bit of a control freak. She has standards that she wants everybody to work to, and she's not very flexible, but she actually is a very loving and loyal person, but she has quite a deal of difficulty in expressing her sort of deeper feelings. But, it's funny how many women have sort of at book signings and events and things sort of sidled up to me and said, I'm Jude, in a very sort of quite proud kind of way, which I find hilarious because she's, so bossy and mean. And
well, you say that. I was thinking as I was reading it, I'm Jude. Simon, did you have a favourite character?
Yeah, I think I favour Wendy, probably for rather sentimental reasons, because she's so good to her poor old dog.
Simon, thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, Simon.
We've got a question now that was rung into the programme about Adele, the washed-up actress. Early on, we learned that she's about to be kicked out by her partner, and she just doesn't know what on earth she's going to do. She hasn't got any money, she hasn't got any savings. And this question about her comes from Canberra in Australia, from Alexandra Palomara.
Hello, Harriet. Hello, Charlotte. I'm Alexandra from Canberra. And Charlotte, I really enjoyed your book, and I was glad that you focused on women who are facing later life. Fabulous women who've had rich and dynamic lives and who really value their female friendship. My question for you is, I'm wondering if you wanted to draw attention to the increasing number of women aged 55 and over in Australia who are becoming homeless, and to disrupt the popular narratives about reasons for homelessness by having brilliant Adele face homelessness because of the choices she had made, leaving her single, with no superannuation and unable to meet her living expenses. Thank you very much, and it's a real pleasure to get to ask this question of you.
Yes, so there she is, an actress with obviously no pension, no superannuation.
Yes, thank you, Alexandra. I didn't deliberately set out to, write about older women and homelessness, although it certainly is a trend in Australia. I don't know about here, but that is one thing that comes to Adele's mind when she's realizing on her train journey that her partner, Liz, who she's been living with for a couple of years, is just about to end the relationship. She has nowhere to go. She has no savings because she's been an artist. And, a couple of times people ask me, did you do research on that? And I said, no, I'm an artist. The kind of instability of life in the arts is just a part of the life, and you have to really understand that from the beginning. And I think, when you're young and you haven't got a bean, it doesn't really matter so much. There are just more possibilities for you. A sort of couch surfing 75-year-old is not the same as, a young person who can easily, toss down at their friend's house. So Adele is kind of desperate, and she's also humiliated by this prospect. She does have to ask Wendy to spot her a bit of a loan just for, a few days.
And humiliated in particular because she was enormously successful at one point.
Yeah, and she is a supreme talent. And there's a sort of poignancy, I think, in the fact that she could never really fulfill her potential because of the life of an actor. You don't get to choose that much. I mean, when you're a writer, you can just sit in a room and write a book yourself. You don't have to rely on somebody to produce your work. But one of the reasons I chose Adele's profession as an actor was that you are dependent on other people for you to be able to practice your art. So she is really in a bind, but she has always, from the early days of her career, she has a little mantra, and she is very valiant about it. And she says, something will come up. It always has, and it always will. But it's getting harder and harder for her to believe that.
And she bounds around like a 16-year-old, sort of very confident in her body.
She's very fit. She's got great boobs that she's very proud of. And she sort of does a lot of stretching and runs up and down the stairs. And the other two women are sort of, a bit embarrassed by this carrying on that Adele does. But at the same time, perhaps just actually slightly envious of her. She's very youthful physically.
Well, Charlotte, we've got another question for you from Australia now. This one comes from Newcastle in Australia, which is, I think, just along the coast from where you've set the novel. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
It was rung into the programme by Ruby Jensen, and here she is to ask her question.
Charlotte, I'm a huge fan of your work, and I absolutely love The Weekend. I love the humour and the setting especially. I do have some questions, though. How come Wendy is not sentimental about books? Wendy comes off as a bit of a hoarder and clearly finds it hard to let go of things, especially Finn, but is happy to throw away books. I found it such an alarming passage to read as a hoarder of books myself, and wondered why Wendy was so relaxed about throwing them out. Are you sentimental about books yourself?
Yes, there is a scene where Wendy is chucking out Sylvie's book left, right, and centre because she doesn't feel sentimental about the object. I think it's that. I mean, are you sentimental about books, or do you hoard them, or what?
I don't, because I don't have room to hoard them, and I am quite ruthless about chucking out books. I mean, books are so important to me. It's not that I don't value them. It's just that the physical object, if I'm to keep reading, I'll have no room to move in my house if I keep every book that I read and love. So I decided that I will see books as a river passing me by, and I pick out books as the river passes, and then I put them back in, and then a new one comes along. But for Wendy, she's probably quite snooty about some of the books that she finds in Sylvie's beach house.
Oh, I see. These are books.
And these are not her books. So, throwing other people's books out is not really that big a deal. It's the ideas that she's devoted to. It's the thinking. Wendy's whole purpose in life is to write her next intellectual work, and she feels, as all of these women do, that they have so much more to do with their lives, and they're only just sort of cottoning on to the idea that the culture in general is seeing them as finished. They don't feel like that at all themselves.
We've got a question now from Canada, from Julia in Canada. She's from Edmonton, and here she is.
Hello, World Book Club and Ms. Wood. In The Weekend, there is a theme of disorder and dirt. Wendy's car, Finn, and the house. Why is this such an important element in the book?
Well,
that's a very interesting observation. Wendy is not conscious of the way things look. she's not really interested. Her daughter, she says, oh, my daughter's got this little book about magical cleaning up. Who cares? She's not interested in that sort of physical surface of life. She lives a life in her head. Her intellect is all that really matters to her. And she's sort of completely nonplussed by people who care about, as she says, a little bit of dog hair, when in my thoughts, this place is covered in dog hair. But, Wendy, she's confronted by the end of the book with the cost of that way of living to her and her relationship.
Charlotte Wood, thank you very much. And we've got a question now from Scotland, from Inverness, where Marion is on the phone to talk with you.
Hi there. Hi, Charlotte. My question is about the timing of the house clear out, because I thought it was interesting that the house clear out was to be carried out over Christmas. And I just wondered if that was intentional to mark out the fact that the women didn't necessarily have any other plans over that time. Was it a backdrop to some of their personal struggles, which come to light throughout the course of the book, or was there another reason, or no reason at all?
I think you have hit on it very well there. Part of the reason I like the idea of it being at Christmas because it's a surprising time to go and clear out the beach house. But as you've sort of alluded to, none of these women is sort of bound to any other Christmas tradition. Jude has always gone there at Christmas because she has for 40 years been having a relationship with a married man called Daniel. And after Christmas, usually she and Daniel would sort of escape to Sylvie's beach house. He always had some story about visiting his cousin or something that his wife either allowed everyone to believe or believed. So she sort of feels that it's her sort of place at that time of year anyway. Adele, as we've said, her partner, Liz, has a daughter and other family, so she's got her own plans. And Adele has started to understand that actually Liz is pretty much going to be rid of her shortly. And Wendy, part of Wendy's problem is Finn, because nobody wants Finn around, including her daughter. So they could all come together at this time. But there is then the pressure of Christmas being the time to celebrate and be happy and wonderful and, have the damn pavlova. And, I think holiday times are, as we know, sort of celebrated as family times, as these wonderful, happy occasions, which for many people they really are not. And these women don't have families directly, even though Wendy has adult children. And I wanted to write about women who were not defined by family. And one of the things I do think about often the portrayal of older women in popular culture is that they are mothers, grandmothers, possibly aunts, but often they're defined in relationship to their children. And I wanted to sort of write against that a bit. Yes, you were really right on the money about that.
Oh, Marion, well done. And thank you for your question. We've got lots more questions for you about the weekend, but first, a quick pause for the news. Back shortly. The news after this.
This is the BBC World Service, where Mike Lanshin is on the trail of El Salvador's missing children.
I just remember they were saying, run, they're here. And I kept on running.
During the country's brutal civil war, hundreds of children were separated from their families.
I had no idea that I was being sent to another country to people that I'd never seen before.
They found themselves adopted, placed in new families, sometimes thousands of kilometers from home.
I was adopted when I was 2.5 by French parents.
Decades on, they're searching for answers about their past.
I was struggling to figure out who I was and develop a sense of self.
Do you have any information about us, my brother and me?
And trying to reunite with their families.
There was this emptiness there.
Why was I separated?
El Salvador's missing children, Thursday at 8:30 and 19 GMT. Or listen now wherever you get your BBC podcasts.
I'm Harriet Gilbert, and joining me on World Book Club this month is the award-winning Australian novelist Charlotte Wood. She's answering readers' questions about The Weekend, a story of grief and friendship. 3 women in their 70s are spending Christmas clearing out their deceased friend's beach house. Stirs up some unhappy memories. Cracks begin to appear in their friendship, and an aged dog doesn't help matters. World Book Club with Charlotte Wood, back after the news.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. Officials in Kazakhstan say almost 100,000 people have now been evacuated from their homes due to flooding in the north. Across the border in Russia, tens of thousands have already been taken to safety in the southern Urals. US President Joe Biden says he thinks the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is making a mistake in his approach to the war against Hamas in Gaza. In a significant shift in tone, Mr. Biden urged Israel to agree to a ceasefire. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, says Israel should and will be punished for last week's deadly attack on the Iranian consulate in the Syrian capital. The EU's Fundamental Rights Agency has called for member countries to do more to tackle racism in policing. It says police most often stop young men, ethnic minorities, Muslims, or people who don't identify as heterosexual. The Olympic movement is ending 130 years of tradition and will allow prize money to be paid to gold medalists in athletics. Each will receive $50,000 in Paris. China's leader Xi Jinping has met Taiwan's former president Ma Ying-jeou. It's the first such meeting since the Kuomintang fled to Taiwan in 1949. The ratings agency Fitch has raised concerns over China's rising levels of government debt and uncertain economic prospects, leading it to downgrade its sovereign credit rating to negative. India's National Stock Exchange has warned investors against deepfake videos of its chief executive advising on investment. Detectives investigating the killing of the South African footballer Luke Fleurs have arrested 6 people. The 24-year-old who played for Kaizer Chiefs was shot dead during a car hijacking in Johannesburg last week. The Italian government's approved plans to commemorate the former Prime Minister and media mogul Silvio Berlusconi with a special postage stamp. BBC News.
Hello, this is World Book Club, and here with us answering questions about her darkly funny novel The Weekend is its Australian author Charlotte Wood. And we got a question now from an American listener to World Book Club, Maggie Mitchell, and here she is.
Was it a conscious writer's decision to keep the 3 women apart for much of the book? I loved how this allowed each woman to have an interior life reflecting on herself, as well as looking at her 2 friends.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting. One of the things I did really set out to do as a sort of little technical challenge for myself was to have a very fluidly shifting point of view between these 3 women. I wanted there to be, a very strong impression, say, of Wendy through Adele's eyes, and then in the next moment have, Wendy's point of view of Adele, so that we could see how they actually were quite lost to each other. The separation early on, I suppose it's, part of illustrating the kinds of people they are, that Jude was there, of course, on time, exactly. Adele is always promising to, show up on time, never is. Wendy actually would be on time, but her car breaks down on the way, and I wanted to have some time for them each to sort of show themselves, I guess, to the reader before they all interact with each other.
Well, let's have another reading now from The Weekend, and in this reading, Adele, to whom appearances are enormously important, is looking at Wendy, to whom appearances are enormously unimportant.
Yes, so this is Adele. Wendy stood there with her hands limp by her sides in her grubby white T-shirt and a drab brown wraparound Indian skirt. Adele loved Wendy, but why must she dress like a witless old hippie? It was not dignified. It made her look mad. Why would she do nothing about her appearance? Adele was afraid for her, the way she exposed herself. The wild grey hair, the overstretched T-shirts with their logos and activist slogans, their fraying, rippling collars drawing attention to the loose flap of flesh at her throat. Today she wore brown leather thongs on her long feet. Adele had seen those thongs close up, the way the soles had cracked and taken on the heavy shape of Wendy's big, mannish feet. The blackened toe marks made Adele feel a bit sick in some unnameable way. How could Wendy not understand that at their age, nothing was more important than looking at the very least as if you were sane?
That's one of my favourite lines in the book, the importance of looking at the very least as though you were sane. It's sort of like stereo. Each character we get their picture of themselves, and then we get the other's picture of them. So it creates a very full sort of picture of each of the three women.
Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. One of the themes, I guess, that it seemed to me, after the fact of writing the book, is that we tend to think we know ourselves by a certain age. I mean, I feel now that I know who I am, but actually, as we go through life, even older in age, sort of some crises happen.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Dohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com, or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you're stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, Lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Rohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Dohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy. Hey, Charlie, you on your way to Ghana? Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
This is Starr Radio UK.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. Are you ready to turn it up?
This is Starr Radio UK.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile. If you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Today is Wednesday, the 10th day of April, the year 2024, with a time now exactly at a minute after 11, and it is the Wednesday edition of the morning show. Wherever you are this morning, let me once again say welcome to the program. Yes, from now to 12 o'clock that I'm bringing you all that you need to know. It's going to be a packed one. Yes, stay with me. Don't touch the dial. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, but let me take this opportunity to say massive good morning to my team, Mr. Francis Guy, who is saying to every affairs here, getting the program running and everything. I want to salute him, Mr. Francis Guy. Massive good morning to you. To Mr. Laimi Koiki, I know you are celebrating the Eid today, wherever you are, and the family. I salute each and every one of you as well. To all my Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating the Eid after your fast. Yes, I salute each and every one of you. Okay, let me say good morning to Aziz, wherever you are. I hope you are doing very well. Shamsuddin, good morning. Antonio Dedeji, Bishop Adeshina, Pastor Momo, Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, Reverend Michael Siama, and all. Somebody saying Sandri or Sandra as a MPP, Ashanti Regional Chairman. They say, yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the program. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. So from now till 12 o'clock, this is how the program is going to be. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel updates. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. And that is known as Global Trotting. Then after that, we'll move on from there and looking at all the details of the stories that is making the rounds. At a quarter to 12, the lines will be open for you to add your voice to the discussion. However, before that, if you have any comments or anything, you feel free. Just post it on our Facebook page or YouTube channel or whatever platform that you're watching us from or listening to us from. And I promise you one thing for sure, I'm going to read that. And then we'll continue till 12 o'clock when the curtains are brought down for the end of the program. So in a gist, that's what's going to happen today. Wherever you are, don't touch the dial. This is Star Radio UK, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, let's kick off. Now, the quote for the day says, it is easy to adapt to the lifestyle and standards of those who have resigned their future to fate or chance and think that to succeed is by luck. To succeed is not by luck. You have to plan. As they say all the time, God says, yes, present your ways, present your heart desire. You have to present something to him, and then he works. So whilst you are working on it and preparing yourself for it, then you get it done. But others think that, well, you know what? Yeah, just go there, go pray, and just relax, just be in our rooms, and manna will fall on our Valentine tide. And I don't think so. But wherever you are, it is Star Radio, okay? Now, let's move on. To the weather front. It's been quite nippy, but I know for sure tomorrow and a few days' time is going to be warm. But yes, let me tell you what's going to happen today. For London and the southeast of England, this afternoon we'll start with thick cloud building in from the west, and this will be followed by spells of rain moving in from the west. It's going to be windy and milder as well. Tonight will remain overcast, but it will turn drier. With just some light rain spells from time to time, breezy and mild. Temperature is going to be 14 degrees, the lower is going to be 12 degrees. Pollen level is going to be moderate, UV level is going to be moderate, pollution is going to be low. Sunset is going to be at 1950 and sunrise for tomorrow morning is 06:14 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So now let's move on. Let's look at some of the other issues that pertains to the day, and that this time round we are looking at travels. Yes, what has the travels got for you this morning? Well, on the underground, apart from the northern line that got pipe closure and severe delays, all the others are running a good service. Well, let me tell you, until Thursday, April 11th, that's tomorrow, no service between Golders Green and Edgware due to planned engineering works. replacement buses will operate. And then still on the Northern Line, there are severe delays due to an earlier fire alert at Burlham. London buses, London trams, Southern and Southwestern Railways are accepting tickets until end of April on 11. No service between Edgware and Goddard's Green due to planned engineering works, which we have already announced. That aside, good service on the London Overground and DLR, as we did say, until the 24th of April. The London Tram Link has also got no service between Wellesley Road, George Street, and Beckenham Junction, Elmes, and New Addington. Eastbound trams will operate from Wimbledon to Wellesley Road, and then westbound trams will operate from George Street to Wimbledon. Now, on the major roads in London as well, the Central London Red routes is the only one suffering some serious delays. That aside, no essential delays on all the other routes. That takes us straight to the river bus, where I can tell you shortly good service there. The London cable car is also enjoying some good service, so you will zoom through it like no business. But the final segment of the travel update, that's the National Rail, where we are at the moment. Let me tell you what is happening. But keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. It's our promise to keep you navigated wherever you are, help you navigate your way. So, on the National Rail, East Midlands Railways have got minor delays. Southwestern Railway, Southern, Thameslink, and Transport for Wales have all got minor delays. Also, Grand Central, Northern Rail, and ScotRail have got special service. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the travel update comes to a close. But now, let's take a commercial break, and once we come back, we'll be looking at what is happening from across the globe, and that will be what? Global Protein. So stay tuned, and don't you go away.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK. 10 minutes past the top of the hour, and let's crack on. Interestingly, on my way to the studio, it was so much traffic everywhere, roadworks, and then with our my brethren, the Muslim brethren, getting themselves ready for the Eid. Yes. So there was lots of traffic on our way in. But hey, why not? Let them celebrate. Okay. Now, so I need to find out some lovely tune for them as well. Can I? Would I? Yes, Fred, they don't block it. I'll be checking that when we take a break again. Now, when it comes to the stories making the rounds across the globe, ADC calls for a coalition of parties stakeholders to unseat APC in 2027. Interesting, Africa. The moment an election ends, another one starts. Campaign for another one will just start. Now, Super Falcons books Paris 2024 Olympics ticket is one of the stories making the rounds there as well. Just bear with me. I think those of you on the Facebook, there's been a I don't know what was causing that, but just bear with me whilst we sort that out. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Stay tuned. I don't know exactly what has gone on there. So just bear with me. Just a moment, please. Let's take some music break and I will be with you. Just stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK. My apologies to those of you who follow us on Facebook. Unfortunately, there's been a technical issue there, so we are not on Facebook at the moment. But wherever you are, just stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. Let's move on let's move on. Let's have a look at some of the stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. As I would normally say, let's go global trotting. As we were with Nigeria, or on the stories, or some of the stories making the round from Nigeria. Now, Super Falcons book Paris 2024 Olympics ticket. We'll be telling you more about that. And Kano government to arraign Ganduje's wife on April 17 on 8 counts of bribery and misappropriation charge. And then Olubadan designates Oluku Lehin not fit to rule now, says Otun Balogun. We'll be telling you more about that. A strange illness kills 4 in Sokoto and affects 164. What illness is that? We will be looking into it, especially during this time where there's going to be lots of gathering. And some other stories. You lack power to sack Abore. Labour Party tells the NLC. NRC react as police officer dies inside Abuja Kaduna train. And Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway cost. You don't need to wait till Friday. Articles come. Fires fresh shot. Yesterday, when we were ending the program, I was saying that they need to let us know at least if you say it's all on board. Yes, we need to know what actually the cost is going to be, as some people are leading, and then you can debunk that or come and justify that. We regret voting Tinubu. Northern elders open up and reveals plan. Oh boy. Well, lots more going to be coming your way from there, but now let's move on. It's we just got 17 minutes past 11 already. The morning show. Now, Kenyan hospital lays off 100 striking office doctors. The Kenyatta University Referral Hospital said new doctors had been hired in place of those striking doctors in Kenya went on a nationwide strike. Okay. A UN committee to discuss Palestinian bid for full membership. Now, South Africa former President Jacob Zuma cleared to run. Oh boy. South Africa's electoral court on Tuesday ruled that former President Jacob Zuma can run for office as lawmaker in the upcoming election, overturning an earlier decision that that barred him from contesting the polls. It's going to be another one, isn't it? Yes. We're going to tell you more about all that in a moment. Liberian senators back creation of war and economic crimes court, and 38 migrants dead in shipwreck of Djibouti. And South Africa, what strategy for Zuma after court win? We'll all be following very, very closely. Now, when it comes to Togo, now consultation between MPs and traditional leaders also going on. But you know them, let's give them something small and they'll all be happy with whatever policies that you're putting across, not actually championing the cause of their people. But what do you think about all that? Listeners, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I said earlier on, I sincerely apologize for our inability to bring you a feed from our Facebook page. But stay with me. Now, residents of Antieku, Sowutum, and others decry poor state of their roads. Now, if I'm looking at a picture of some of their roads before me, and boy, oh boy, you have to use a tractor to be able to ply those roads. Now, court strikes out Democracy Hub. 23 others action against police over unlawful arrest. The High Court in Accra Human Rights Division has struck out an action from Democracy Hub and 23 other applicants against the Ghana Police Service for want of prosecution. Okay? And the court adjourns the Femakbos request to compel Akufo-Addo Gbagben to act. Yeah, more going to be coming your way from there. And Akufo-Addo promotes another opening judge as Justice Abuaje Tando, named among 20 courts of appeal judges. Okay, so some stories coming from there as well. Now, in other parts of the world, Biden pressure on Israel not enough, says dissenting U.S. officials. And Australia hints at it could recognize Palestinian state. And then parents of Michigan school gunman sentenced to prison. Of course, if you go buy a gun for your child, and then they go rampaging or killing with it, of course, you should be held culpable in a way. Somebody will say, if it's a child who is of age, and then he's doing that, then, what do you think about that? Well, racist policing underreported in EU. That's one of the stories making the round. So we'll see who will be fighting for that. Biden says Netanyahu making mistake on Gaza as he calls for ceasefire. Well, because of the elections that is looming in the US as well, makes it very, very difficult. You don't know what move to make. Now, weak evidence and toxic debate lets down children over gender care. That's what reviews say. Landmark report says toxicity of debate in hampering medical research into gender services. And Tesco says price pressures easing as profits soar. And gang guilty of running £54 million benefit fraud factory. Wow. How? Where? When? Wow. So this and a lot more going to be coming your way. Wherever you are, don't you go away. This is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's enjoy this music. We come back and I bring you more on what is happening from across the globe. Stay tuned.
Impossible you do, that is why you are Lord. The mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
The impossible you do, that is why you are Lord. The mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
The impossible you do,
the impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty things you do,
the mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty.
Greater things you do,
the greater things you do, that is why you are great.
All the glory
and honor to you.
Glory and honor to your name, the King of Kings. Glory and honor to your name, the Lord of Lords. Glory and honor to your name. You are Lord. Lord.
The impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty
things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great.
All the
glory and honor to you.
The impossible you do,
the impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty
things you do, that is why you are mighty.
The greater things you do,
the greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
Your name is higher than other names, victorious in all your ways. In your name we overcome. You are Lord.
Your name is higher than other names.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
That is from Akosia Owusuya, Impossible You Do. And I hope that you enjoyed that tune this morning, whatever it is or whatever thing that you are going through. Be rest assured that God does impossible things. What? As I did say earlier on, so commit your ways into the hands of the Lord and He will cause your path to prosper. Okay. So. We are already pressed with time, but again, my sincere apologies to all of you who are watching us, who would have been watching us on the Facebook broadcast. You can only just join in through the other platforms. Our Facebook is facing some technical issues there, so just bear with us whilst we continue with the program. But listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, the details of some of the stories making the round this morning. Now, the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, has issued a rallying call for a coalition of political parties and concerned citizens to challenge the dominance of the ruling All Progressive Congress in the upcoming 2027 election. Now, Chief Raus Ngosu, the national chairman of the ADC, made this declaration during a press conference held in Abuja on Tuesday. Ngosu emphasized the urgent need to rescue Nigeria from what he described as poor governance and a stagnant palliative system of government. He revealed that 22 proactive leaders from the various political parties have already aligned with the ADC, expressing their readiness to collaborate with like-minded individuals dedicated to ushering in a new era of governance in the country. He stated that ADC was committed to building a new Nigeria that will lead our dear continent out of its present abyss. We have therefore set up a committee to consult far and wide to ensure the dawn of a new era. To all our colleagues in our nation building, it is no longer time to go home. We can take action by agreeing to build together for our people and country. Now, interestingly there as well, the Northern Elders Forum, NEF, has said that Nigerians in the region regret their support for President Bola Tinubu in the 2023 presidential election. Now, Abdulaziz Suleiman, the spokesman of the NEF, made this revelation yesterday. Against this backdrop, Suleiman disclosed that come the 2027 general election, the North will place unity and consensus in selecting a presidential candidate above anything else. He said, speaking with The Guardian on Tuesday, the forum spokesman noted. He said, the North made a mistake in voting Bola Tinubu to the presidency in 2023. It is unlikely that they will repeat the same error in the future. They have learned from their past misstep and will strive to select a candidate who can unite the country and govern in the best interests of all Nigerians. Moving forward, the North will be more cautious in selecting a candidate for the presidency. They will prioritize someone who is seen as more inclusive, less controversial, and more aligned with the interests of all regions of the country. But Shehu Sani, a former senator in the 8th Assembly, has lamented the growing state of insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria as well, adding that many bigwigs in the region kept mute when President Muhammadu Buhari, who was from the region, was in power. The former lawmaker, in a veiled message, said Buhari's loyalists in the region kept quiet for 8 years of the former president's administration and defended the Katsina-born politician rather than speaking the truth. So, who are they trying to, throw dust into their eyes? Well, it is Starr Radio UK. The Kano State government will on April 17 arraign the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, before the State High Court on an 8-count charge concerning an alleged dollar bribery, misappropriation, and diversion of funds running into billions of naira. Ganduje is the immediate past governor of Kano State. He will be arraigned along with his wife and others for conspiracy. Now, the Kano State government alleged that Ganduje in 2016 corruptly asked for and received $200,000 from a contractor being kicked back on public contract. Therefore, the APC national chairman is accused of engaging in official corruption punishable under Section 22 of the Kano State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission Law 2008 as amended Law number 2 of 2009. Ganduje is also accused of collecting $213,000 generated from people and entities seeking or holding the execution of a Kano government contract for the remodeling of the Katin Quarry Textile Market as a bribe through one of the contractors in 2017. Ganduje is also accused of collecting, while Ganduje's wife and others will be arraigned for culpability in those transactions. The world reports that the case is coming almost the same period the Kano State government constituted 2 panels of inquiry, one to investigate the misappropriation of assets by Ganduje's administration and other to investigate political violence and missing persons still under his watch. It's quite an interesting one. But currently, Ganduje is the national chairman of the ruling party. So let's see how it all pans out there. Going to be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Well, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. The Otun Balogun Olubadan of the Ibadan land, Oba Abimbola Ajibola, yesterday said that the Olubadan designate Oba Owulabi Olukelen is still ill and not physically fit to rule at the moment. He said that the Olubadan designate should be given time to be healthy before he is pronounced. The new twist is coming a few hours after a peace meeting initiated by Ibadan elders ended peacefully, with Rashidi Ladoja promising to withdraw a case against the elevation of his fellow high chiefs to Obaship status from the court. Now, Oba Ajibola, who addressed newsmen at his Sanyo private residence in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, said, "What is the need for hurry? Someone we have not seen. He has not spoken with us. He has not spoken with Ibadan people. I am his second in command. I am his lieutenant. He has not called me to say, my Otun, I am back. So, tell your people, and when are you seeing me?" They are just forcing him because of their selfish interest. Otun Balogun Olubadan, who spoke about the meeting held at the private residence of Bode Amo at the Agodi government reserved area in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on Monday, said, "They said we called a meeting and we have endorsed him. I am not part of that. I have told them my mind that I won't be part of that illegality. We know Baba Olukelen is the next Olubadan, but let us allow him to get well." So if he's not feeling well, why don't you just allow the man to recoup or recover, and then you can place him under that or in that office. But that's strenuous work that needs to be done. Our listeners, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has urged the public not to panic over last month's outbreak of a strange illness in Sokoto State, although the cause of the illness, which has resulted in 4 fatalities out of 164 reported cases, remains unknown. The agency director, General Jide Idris, who gave the assurance, said initial investigations indicated that the disease is non-infectious and restricted to Isa local government area. He said while there was no immediate cause for alarm on the disease transmission, even a single death was worrisome. The NCDC boss said this prompted the agency to broaden its collaboration, engaging external sister agencies as well as the National Agency Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) and the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development in addressing the strange illness. Idris said 2 suspected cases were under treatment at the Othman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital in Sokoto, with 1 patient discharged due to noticed improvement. Well, so we hope that they do what they do needful to make sure that they address this issue pertaining to ill health and that we don't get any casualties there. Our listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. Once again, I sincerely apologize for the transmission, the breaking transmission of from the Facebook, or wherever you are. Don't touch the dial. Let's move on. Now, interestingly, Kenyan hospitals have actually sacked 100 striking doctors. A public hospital in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, has laid off 100 doctors who are taking part in a nationwide strike that has been ongoing for almost a month, its management said on Tuesday. The Kenyatta University Referral Hospital said new doctors had been hired in place of those striking. Doctors in Kenya went on a nationwide strike in mid-March demanding better pay and working conditions. President William Ruto on Sunday broke his silence over the strike, saying there was no money to pay striking doctors. We must be honest with ourselves, and the truth is that we must live within our means. We can't borrow money to pay salaries, Ruto said. The doctors' union has remained adamant, and on Tuesday, hundreds of doctors took part in protests and presented a petition to Parliament urging lawmakers to intervene in their labor dispute. Now, this is not the first time Kenyan doctors are striking over poor pay and working conditions. In 2017, doctors took part in a 100-day strike that saw people dying from lack of care. The strike ended with the doctors' union signing an agreement with the government to increase their pay. Now, doctors now say part of what was agreed upon in 2017 has not been implemented. And that is bad. That is bad. That is mistrust, right? Okay. In a very sad story as well, South Africa Police Service said on Wednesday that 6 suspects in the killing of footballer and Olympian Luke Fleurs were arrested and will appear in court. The 24-year-old defender was shot while waiting to be attended to at a petrol station in Honeydew suburb in Joburg on April 3rd. The breakthrough was announced in a statement by the police. According to the press release, a team appointed by Gauteng Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Tommy Mitombeni to trace and arrest the suspect who allegedly hijacked and killed the Kaizer Chiefs player, recovered Flair's car and arrested 6 people. It's a sad one. It's a sad one. What did he actually do? Warren sat untimely death. Well, welcome your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, South Africa's Electoral Court on Tuesday ruled that former President Jacob Zuma can run for office in the upcoming general elections, overturning an earlier decision that had barred him from contesting the polls. The decision paves the way for Zuma to run for president on behalf of the Mkhonto Wesizwe Party, or MK, a new political organization that he joined last year after denouncing the ruling National Congress Party that he once led. South Africans will elect 400 members of the country's General Assembly on May 29th. A month later, the lawmaker in the new parliament will choose the country's president. The Independent Electoral Commission had earlier ruled that Zuma would not run for office due to his criminal record after it received an objection against his candidacy. South Africa's constitution does not allow people who have been convicted of a crime and sentenced to more than 12 months in prison without the option of a fine to stand for election as lawmakers. Zuma was convicted and sentenced to 15 months in prison in 2021 for defying a court order to appear before a judicial commission probing corruption allegations in government and state-owned companies during his presidential term from 2009 to 2018. However, in a brief court order released on Tuesday, the court announced that an appeal by Zuma and his party was successful and that the objection against his candidacy had been dismissed. The Nkuto Wezizwe party welcomed the court decision, saying it had always been its view that the Electoral Commission's decision to bar Zuma was wrong. According to its spokesman, Nyamolo Ndela Zuma would appear on the ballot as the party's presidential candidate, meaning that he is likely to be elected as a lawmaker, while the MK may get enough votes for parliament seats. It is not clear if it can win a parliament majority required for its candidate to be chosen for president. Now, we are ecstatic at the court verdict because we have always said President Zuma and the MK party's right have to be upheld. And Delela said what this basically means is that he will be our presidential candidate and we will be in parliament after the election. How true would that be? How true would that be? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, 18 minutes to the top of the hour at a time, the morning show, the program. In another development there as well, this around in Togo, lively exchange between traditional chiefs in Lomé and MPs on the 8th marked the start of a tour of discussions across Togo aimed at explaining constitutional change in the country. On March 25, members of the parliament adopted a new constitution with a parliamentary system in place of a semi-presidential system. The move sparked public outcry and raised much concern in the West African nation that are now being addressed via consultations. The consultations also come after authorities postponed the country's legislative election initially scheduled for 20th of April. The election had been due in December last year before being originally scheduled for 12th of April, now being postponed until the 20th of April. Authorities say the vote was postponed to allow MPs to take a second look at the new constitution. Well, when it comes to our chiefs, wonderful people, aren't they? And I know chiefs who they are regalia dressing and putting on all their stuff, and the kente and all that. They do that. But can they actually stand their ground to say that people say this and therefore we are standing by them and we will not allow anything like that or support anything of that sort to happen? Would they? Can they? That is the issue. Now listeners, this Star Radio UK, 11:44 the time. Let's come to Ghana as well. Now, residents of Antieku, Awoshi, and Sowotium in the Ghana Central Municipal District of the Greater Accra region are decrying the poor state of their road. According to the aggrieved residents, including some unhappy road users, the deplorable state of the road is taking a toll on their daily routines amidst the grave economic challenges it poses for them. President Kufuor, in his first term, tagged 2020 as the year of roads, where he promised to embark on aggressive road development across the country, declaring 2021 as the second year of roads. He pledged to prioritize road construction to ensure that a significant number of kilometers across the country are tarred. He touted his government as achieving unprecedented milestone in the road sector since taking office in 2017, claiming it to be the most significant accomplishment in Ghana's history. Now, during the 2022 State of the Nation's address, he reported that his administration had constructed approximately 10,875 kilometers of new roads within 5 years, a claim that was proven to be false after a fact check. Yet, amid the national narratives of progress, the street of Antieku, Awoshi, Sowotium, situated in the Ghana Central Municipal District of Greater Accra, tells a different tale. A driver and a station master in the area lamented how the poor road network is affecting him and other drivers in the town. The state of the road even affects us drivers, and we spend lots of money fixing the problem. The road causes our vehicles to break down. We plead with a responsible body to help fix our road. He stressed. I think they need tractors. Looking at the state of the roads from pictures in front of me, I bet you they need tractors to ply those roads. Our listeners, this is all coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time exactly to 14 minutes to the top of the hour. And it is the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Now let's move on straight to other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Just bear with me. Okay, let's move on. One other story from Ghana, and then we just take you straight to other parts of the world. Well, freedom comes with responsibility, as we say. The High Court in Accra, Human Rights Division, has struck out an action from Democracy Hub, 23 and 23 other applicants against the Ghana Police Service for want of prosecution. The plaintiffs sued the Ghana Police Service over an alleged unlawful arrest, torture, and detention of protesters during the #Occupy Jolobi demonstration in September 2023. The Attorney General was attached to the suit in court on Tuesday, April 9, 2024. When the case was called, both plaintiffs and their lawyers, as well as the defendants, were absent. And Justice Barbara Tete Chawe consequently struck out the plaintiff's case for want of prosecution. Per statement signed by the Benjamin Ekufu Darkon, one of the plaintiffs, the organization said arrested demonstrators were assaulted at the regional police headquarters in Accra. The 21st September, more than 50 police officers encircled and aggressively apprehended demonstrators who had congregated to exercise their constitutionally guaranteed right to protest. But what do you think? Well. It is Starr Radio UK, bringing the program to a close in a moment. Let me say good morning to Mr. Dantebury, all the way in Ghana, and the family. I hope you are all doing good. Okay. To my apostle himself, Brother HB, all the way in Ghana as well, we salute you, sir. Well, President Biden's pressure on Israel after last week's deadly attack on aid workers did not go far enough and will fail to stem the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, according to current and former U.S. officials who have spoken to BBC. They said internal dissent in government was growing and called for tougher actions on arms transfer. Israel said it will open new aid routes after President Biden threatened to reassess policy following Israeli strikes that killed 7 workers from food charity World Central Kitchen, including a U.S. citizen. But the tougher line was too little too late, said Anel Schelling, an official working in human rights who quit the State Department in protest of a fortnight ago. She said the White House could have done things this months ago and prevented famine in northern Gaza. The U.S.-Israel relationship is currently experiencing its most serious strain in decades after President Biden's phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu last week that amounted to a defining moment in the 6 months conflict. And within hours, Biden calls Israel said it will open the Erez crossing in northern Gaza and the port of Ashdod in South Israel to aid and pledge to drastically improve security coordination with group delivering assistance to Palestinians. In a newly aired interview, Mr. Biden said he believed the Israeli Prime Minister was making a mistake in his handling of Gaza. Speaking days after the Israeli strike on WCK workers and before Israel announced the opening of the Erez crossing, he said his allies should just call for a ceasefire with Hamas and allow total access to all foods and medicines for Gaza. But is it too little, too late? and with Netanyahu making the stance, taking the stand that they are going to attack the southern part, Rafah, do you think whatever call is falling on deaf ears? Well. It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. A couple of stories and they will bring the program to a close for today. I've got two stories, but I was pondering on which one to pick. Now, Australia's foreign minister has suggested the country could recognize Palestinian statehood to increase momentum towards peace. However, Hamas could have no role in its governance, Penny Wong said. Both Australian oppositions and the Zionist Federation of Australia say such a move will be premature. Canberra has long said the recognition of a Palestinian nation could only come as part of a two-state solution brokered with Israel. But Mr. Wong comments echo a speech by UK's Foreign Secretary David Cameron earlier this year in which he hinted the UK too could recognize Palestinian statehood without the support of Israel. The Australian government has in recent months increasingly voiced concerns about the war against Hamas in Gaza, including after an Australian aid worker was killed alongside 6 others in an Israeli airstrike. The aid workers were traveling in a convoy after picking up supplies when the IDF says they were wrongly identified as Hamas operatives and targeted. Sad one there. But when it comes to security issues that is going on at the moment, well, under clear blue skies, extra French police have been making a show of force around Paris towards a fall patrol at railway station, new stadiums, seeking to reassure the public amid new warnings that the Islamic State groups might be planning to attack European football events. The heightened security in the French capital marks a moment of growing concerns across Europe as government seeks to assess and react to threats made on a pro-IS media channel. It also comes at complicated moments for France itself as it prepares to host the Olympic Games in July, following growing concerns that the Kremlin is deliberately trying to spread doubts and fears about the French government's ability to keep its citizens safe. Interior Minister Gerald Damanin said he had considerably strengthened security around Wednesday's night Champions League quarter-final match at the Parc des Princes in southwest of Paris. The move follows an online threat to European sporting events that Mr. Damanin said had been publicly expressed by IS and the pro-IS media channel had reached out to the supporters in France and elsewhere who may feel emboldened after seeing the recent IS claim attacks on a concert hall in Moscow. Now, should they sit down for that to happen? Boy, would that actually put the Olympic Games, the upcoming Olympic Games in July in doubt because of security? I'm not sure about that. Well, they think that Kremlin is also fanning the flame that, look, they cannot protect you. You are just going out there by yourself. What do you think about all that? All coming away from Star Radio UK. Okay, if you have not made or if you have made or you have to renew your passport, the price of UK passport will rise on Thursday for the second time in just 14 months. The cost of applying online to get a new or renewed adult passport will go up from £82.50 to £88.50. So an increment of what? £6. This 7% rise follows a 9% rise in February 2023 consumer groups, which said travelers due to renew would likely be shocked by the hike. If I'm shocked by things, it's not that £6 and those things that we are talking about there. But well, whatever it is, this is Star Radio UK. So get it done. If you're able to do it now before the summertime, maybe you I don't know when it kicks off though. All right then. a murder suspect shouldn't have been allowed to die. The family of a woman thought to have been killed by her sex offender partner, who was later found dead, says they are angry he has evaded justice. Now, Richard Cathcart had been wanted after Kelly Ferris was found dead at his home in Minehead, Somerset, in October. The next day, he went missing and his remains were found about 10 miles away in a caravan on Thursday. Avon and Somerset Police has referred itself to the Independence Office for Police Conduct. It looks like most of the police now are referring themselves to the Independent Office for all sorts. They say, we did that, we refer ourselves, we did that, we refer ourselves. Well. Listen to Star Radio UK. This is a scary one. People using cannabis, THC vapes, risk inhaling a very dangerous substance called xylazine or xylazine. UK experts warn after discovering some confiscated products contain the zombie drug. The sedative, designed to put big animals such as cows and horses to sleep, can be lethal for humans. It is alarming to find it in even few illicit e-cigarettes that many think are pretty harmless, experts say. It puts people as well as those who inject or take strong drugs at risks. The illegal global xylazine market has so far mostly seen it mixed with the strong opioids drugs such as heroin or fentanyl. There has been at least one xylazine-related UK death already, and there are fears misuse could grow as it has in the US as well. Now, although the numbers found were small, only 2 THC vapes and a small number of legally sold pills out of tens of thousands of products, the experts say it is still extremely concerning how it got into the country. Tetrahydrocannabinol, that is THC, is the main psychoactive constituent of cannabis, and the THC vapes are illegal in the UK. Now, cannabidiol, that CBD, is also a component of cannabis plant, but does not give a high. And CBD oil, including in vapes, is legal to sell in the UK. Dr. Copeland said people may not realize that they are actually buying that. They think they are getting THC vape, but it could contain much more than they expect. It is really alarming. The UK's Advisory Council on the Misuse of Drugs recently recommended to the government xylazine be listed as a Class C drug, putting it in the same category as laughing gas, anabolic steroids, and benzodiazepines, which will mean people possessing it could be jailed for 2 years and others dealing it 14 years. The health risks are amplified when it's taken with other strong sedatives. Well, what can it cause? It can cause difficult breathing, dangerously low blood pressure, slowed heart rate, wounds that can become infected, addiction and severe withdrawal symptoms, and of course, death. It is not clear what level of harm inhaling it might do, but some children and teenagers in the UK have needed hospital treatment after they were thought to have used a vape spike with another illegal drug. Well, King's College London Institute of Psychiatry, Psychology and Neuroscience addiction head, Professor Sir John Strang, who was not involved in the study, said, "We need to be constantly alert to changes in the nature of illicit drugs market, especially as these changes sometimes bring new health complications or challenges." Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. God willing, tomorrow will be coming your way, done with the Power Hour, Command Your Morning by the Power Word International. And then we'll continue with the morning show once again. I will be bringing you the Property Hour with KB Bossman as well. So, until we come your way tomorrow, I will say it once again. Say it loud. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you. Have a wonderful day and see you all
around the world.
This is Starr Radio UK.
This is Starr Radio UK.
It's been Archie. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather,